Good morning, Lisa. I agree with you on the yawn. We must have traffic. I don't know about you, but my night was too short. I haven't even had any coffee yet. I got to get to work to get it. I actually have coffee with my cream and sugar, if you know what I mean. Yeah, this is the Florida Turnpike, so you never know what you're going to find on here. It looks like I'm right close to the accident, so hopefully not backed up too far. That's nice that the truck in front of me put his flashers on. He just took them off, but to alert people behind him that there was stop traffic, that was nice. Today is my super long day. You couldn't handle all this traffic. I used to live closer, and then the traffic was, I would say, worse when I lived closer. And I had to take I-4, which that road is horrible. Even on Sunday, it's bad. What the problem is, I think now, is there's a lot of construction because they're expanding this section of the turnpike. So we got these barriers up, and then we have a lot of truck travel. A lot of the truck, the main north-south traffic. I live out in the country too, but it takes me all this to get into town, into Orlando. I like where I am. I mean, I do. I love the peace and quiet and all out there. I just have this commute now. And if the rumor is right and we're going to run out of diesel, there won't be any trucks on this road. Well, they keep saying 25 days, and at least a week has passed since that first started, so it's not even 25 days. So you just wonder if it's just another way to cripple the economy. Because that sure would be the quickest way to shut down the truckers. I've always appreciated the trucker, but after, the convoy and meeting truckers, seeing truckers and all, I respect them much more. Yeah, I know you can't see it, but there's a hot air balloon right up there in the clouds, above probably the right lane of traffic, right above the tree line. Maybe we get a little closer up here. Of people are sacrificing too much just to have food or heat or a roof over their head, and people can't do that for an extended amount of time. At least I'm in Florida, but people who live anywhere that it gets cold, I remember having to pay for fuel to heat the house and stuff, and it was expensive then. It is a beautiful morning. I enjoy my mornings. Can you see the hot air balloon? I can see it. I don't know whether you all can. It's to your right. There in those clouds. And that's another reason why I like doing this, Lisa, is so people can see a beautiful sunrise, see the beautiful sky, get a little bit of vitamin C, because everyone has different weather. So, I just like sharing, people who are coming to Disney for the first time and know nothing about Orlando, they can see what the traffic is like, what the weather is like. So my little spin on the weather and traffic. So, but God does bless me with a beautiful sunrise every morning. And now I get to share it with everybody else. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for riding along with me. guess once the once the time changes, our sunrise and all will be a little bit different because the day will be different. So we'll have to see what that holds. There you go. Before, and we were talking about singles. That's how all that started. And he was talking about himself. He was a good person, and the things he was saying. I think there's a lot of good people out there. It's just hard to find another good person. It's just hard. I'll focus more on that. I got my daughter's big wedding coming up next week. Yes, he said he was a great guy and a veteran, and he uses cologne and he smells good, which I said that's a good point. That's a good point. And I've been single a long, long time, and I'll have a man walk by, I'm like, oh, he smells good, and I miss that. I appreciate a good smelling man. We had quite a bit of rain at my house last night. We had some storms and rain pretty heavy for a while. Hope you're enjoying your coffee, because I could sure use some right now. I think so, but even in my county, we still had people that had water. That it takes a long time for the river to come up. It's the St. Johns River, I think so. For the river to come up, and just even like last week, people still had water, like in their houses and in their yards. So this is what, a month after the hurricane, and people just don't realize once the storm leaves, it's not over. So there's still a lot of people hurting. But the cleanup has started. They're doing a lot where they were hit really hard. Um, it's just, the rebuilding that takes time. And if people will rebuild, Sanibel was um, a lot of, I would say, people with money, more people with money were there. Um, so they probably will rebuild because, it's an island. So there's that attraction. But the devastation's just been horrible. And we were talking the other day about the palm trees and like just the destruction to the palm trees. When I see that, it's so sad. When the tops of them are ripped out or ripped off, or there's nothing left but just the tree itself. There's no pretty palm branches. It's very sad. Just what it does to the earth, not even just to the buildings, but just what happens to the trees and all that type of devastation. That takes years to repair. Oh man, that sky is beautiful right now with that beautiful, some pink and purple. We'll get a better view of it when we get up here just a little further. That's a good question. I don't know if they cut the tops off, will it grow back? I don't know. That is a very good question. I don't know whether they I would think they would grow back, but maybe just for, if they want for beautification, they may cut them all down and replace them, which is sad. There's the sun. I love how God paints the sky a different way every morning. It's never the same, so it's by His design. We got stop traffic ahead. Let's try to divert that. Okay, you might need your sunglasses here in a minute. What makes me sad is when we have these storms and all the animals, they don't understand, and then their habitat may be destroyed or their little homes and stuff. That makes me sad as well. And I had a hard time because I had the sandhill cranes. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. But we have a family that lives in my little community, and they come by to visit. And the day of the storm, they came by my house so many times, and I'm like, they stand out sometimes in some nasty weather, and I'm like, I'm not sure what they do. Of course, they don't know a hurricane's coming, so I don't know what they do to protect themselves when it's something bad like that with strong, strong winds. But I saw them the next day, and they were a hot mess. They must have stood out in the weather because their feathers were ruffled. They looked like they'd had a rough night. And they stand directly facing the wind, and they sometimes stand kind of in a row. I have to Google where, do they nest? I'm not sure what they do. If they nest or what their habitat is. But it's a mom and a dad, and they usually have 2 babies every spring, which is very cool. And then the babies must go off. I don't know, because it's not like the family grows anymore. It's always the mom and dad, and in the spring you'll see them with 2 little babies. So I don't know where the babies go. If they leave the nest really fast or what. You'd run. Hey, I'd rather be in a hurricane than a tornado, because at least with a hurricane you can prepare, or you can run if you need to. But with a tornado, it comes so quickly, you don't have that opportunity. I mean, neither one's good. Neither option is good. But we had a storm. It was kind of windy last year, and it actually knocked some baby owls out of a tree. I mean, we didn't know that. We figured that all out after the fact, but we had 2 baby owls that I ended up having to rescue, and we rehabbed them, and then we set them free again. Hey, Jason, thanks for listening. Jason, is it tomorrow that you're coming to Orlando, or next Friday? I was thinking it was tomorrow. Well, safe travels for sure. Hopefully you have a great time. It shouldn't be too busy, I wouldn't think, because you're in between the end of summer and then the Thanksgiving holiday. So it's actually a good time to come as far as the parks and all go. hey, you never know. Have an open attitude. You never know. Let's think positive. You might meet a girl there. Just casual conversation. But you have to put yourself out there, so that's how it starts. Oh, thank you for the virtual coffee. That's good. That's a first, but I appreciate it. Jason, are you a big Disney fan, or are you're coming just to hang out to have something to do? I mean, I know the reason why I ask is there's some people that's like addicted to Disney. There's just Disney fanatics. I think a lot of those people have their bubbles been busted with what's been going on lately with the big D company, but a lot of passport holders didn't renew their passports. I had a passport for a while, but I lived really close to Disney. We were like right in their backyard, so it was convenient. We could just bebop over for an hour or two, which was nice. But oh, you came with a church group. That's cool. Yeah, back then, I won't say they were okay, but they were better than they were nowadays for sure. Um, but we had a passport. We had a passport to Disney, and I'm telling you, it was crazy. I mean, it was around $600 a year for, I mean, which is good, what you pay, but that's just outrageous to go anywhere. I don't know how people even afford a vacation trip to do something like that. Even Universal is outrageous. If you have a family of, you know, mom and dad and two kids, I mean, that just tickets itself is crazy. Hey, good morning, Santa. Thanks for joining us again. But yeah, just the cost of a vacation trip is outrageous. And if you have a couple kids, it's just people can't do it. I know you. If you were having cookies with your coffee, yeah, you better put them away. What's your favorite cookie, Santa? If you could have your choice of any cookies, what would it be? I did find it, Santa. Yes, I got home late last night, but I probably will try to watch it this evening. Thank you. I did reply back, but you're so busy you probably didn't see my thank you. I actually jumped on your live last night while you were at church, so I worshiped with you a little bit. I checked in with Buffalo Man when he went live. And Santa, we're sending prayers your way that all goes well and that we get a good judge that has common sense. No cookie you didn't like. Or they all like you. That's what it is. They all like you. Oh, yeah. Anything with macadamia nuts is good for sure. I'm not a chocolate fan, so it really has to be a special chocolate chip cookie. Oh, you're very welcome. Prayers for sure. Are you serious? That's terrible, Santa. So are you going to have to represent yourself? Oh, we need to send out more prayers. We need to have many more prayers because that's not right. But that's Satan. That is absolutely Satan. And he's doing a happy dance over that. Well, you're a strong man and you have a mighty strong faith, so God will get you through it. We got to put our trust in him. Oh my goodness. Well, we're going to think positive and send good vibes, Santa. Well, I'm almost to work, so I'm going to have to shut it down. So thanks for riding along with me. Santa, thanks for coming on again. Definitely made my day. I appreciate it. Gosh, gas is $3.42 at this station. That's awful. But everyone have a blessed day. There's got to be somebody out there that fights for justice still. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's awful. But there's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back because we can't keep going like this. But all right. Love you too, Santa. Everyone have a great day. Be blessed, and I'll see you the next time.